Boy, did Jack Flaherty struggle in that one. The Birds' bats can't do anything until it's too late, and they lose 10-3 to the San Diego Padres in Game 2. We'll talk about it in this one. Let's have a mound visit.
Let's go O's!
What's going on, Birdland? Baltimore Bobs here, and welcome to the Baltimore Bobs YouTube channel where we discuss all things Baltimore Orioles. I'm your host, Bobs, and in this episode, we're going to have to talk about a pretty ugly loss to the San Diego Padres, where Michael Wacha comes back from the IL, and he pitches 5 good innings against the Birds, keeps them at bay, and Jack Flaherty struggled from the get-go. So let's go ahead and get into the box score. Baltimore Orioles score 3 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. The San Diego Padres have 10 runs on 13 hits and 0 errors, and 7 of those runs came in the first and second inning. Let's get to the Orioles hitters. Adley Rutschman goes 0 for 5. Gunnar Henderson goes 1 for 5. Anthony Santander goes 1 for 3. Jordan Westburg goes 0 for 2. Ryan O'Hearn goes 2 for 3. Ryan Mountcastle goes 1 for 4. Cedric continues to really get back into things. He goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Austin Hayes goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. He hit a home run in the ninth to basically break the seal of the Orioles scoring. Adam Frazier goes 1 for 3, and Ramon Urias goes 1 for 4. Birds are able to put together 11 hits, but they can only score 3 runs, and that's just not going to cut it. So Jack Flaherty, man, that's obviously his worst start as a Baltimore Oriole. Jack Flaherty only goes 3 innings, 4 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 3 Ks. And basically a lot of those struggles started in the first inning. So let's go ahead and get into play-by-play. So top of the first, Birds can't do anything. Padres come up. Jack Flaherty is obviously on the hill for the Baltimore Orioles. So Kim doubles the left. Tatis Jr. grounds out the short. Soto flies out the left. But then Jack Flaherty's command really started to go by the wayside, if you will. So with 2 outs, and obviously Kim doubles, Machado walks, Bogaerts walks, and that juices the bases. Well, Cronin walks again. So Jack Flaherty, after allowing the double and then battling back to get 2 outs, issues 3 straight walks, which obviously walks in the first run of the game. Well, Sanchez comes up after that. 2 outs, bases juiced, and he hits a stinking 380-foot home run to right center, obviously clearing the bases, making it 5-0 Padres after the first. Then he comes back, bottom of the second, kind of a similar ordeal where Gemmel flies out the left, Kim flies out the left, and then Tatis Jr. doubles to left, and then Soto walks, and then Machado, who spent his first 6.5 years, obviously, as a Baltimore Oriole, he doubles to left, Soto scores, and Tatis Jr. scores, and after 2 innings, it's 7-0. And Flaherty had issued 4 walks, and obviously had been touched up pretty good. And when you're down 7-0 away, it's going to be real hard for you to really do anything with that. So he only pitches 3 innings. Birds bring in Nick Vespi, and he really doesn't fare much better. He gets through a scoreless 4th, but then the 5th is kind of more of the same. So he starts off, Machado grounds out, Bogaerts doubles, Cronenworth flies out to center. Sanchez reaches on an infield single to third, moving Bogaerts to third, so runners are on the corners. And then Cooper doubles to center, scoring Bogaerts. And then Gamble hit a ground rule double, scoring Cooper and Sanchez to make it 10-0 Padres after 5. Birds in the top of the 6th, Mullen singles to center. with O'Hearn on base to actually break open the seal, 10-1. And then Austin Hayes is able to hit a solo shot in the top half of the ninth. And the Birds put together a couple of good at-bats in the bottom half of the ninth. But obviously when you're down 10-1, it's going to take almost a miracle. They're able to get 2 runs back for a final score of 10-3. So obviously it's not Baltimore's best showing. 10-3, Jack Flaherty struggles mightily, giving up 7 runs in those 3 innings. And then Nick Vespi basically gives up the other 3 in his 2 innings pitched. Interesting fact is that James McCann came in to pitch the ninth. And anytime your catcher is coming in to pitch, that's not a very good thing. And especially when your catcher that came in to pitch has a way better ERA than the starting pitcher and the pitcher that replaced him. So James McCann actually pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits, no earned runs. So maybe we'll stick him in the bullpen and see what he can do when he's not behind the plate. So that puts the Birds at 74-46. Unfortunately, the Tampa Bay Rays also lost, which means that the Baltimore Orioles retained their 3-game lead in the AL East. And they'll try to get it back tomorrow. So 1-1 in the series. Rubber match tomorrow, 8:40 p.m. The Baltimore Orioles are going to send out Dean Kramer, who had a really good outing his last outing, and he's 11-4 with a 4.50 ERA and a 1.32 WHIP. And the San Diego Padres will be bringing out Blake Snell, who has a terrific ERA. He's 9-8 with a 2.63 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. So it's going to be interesting to see how they battle this lefty. I think obviously you'll see James McCann in the lineup. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rutschman DHing again, get that right-handed bat in the lineup. And they're going to have to battle for this one, boys. Try to take this series. So it should be a really good baseball game. San Diego is favored pretty well. And we'll see what Dean Kramer can do. So 1L, that moves us to 3-2 on the West Coast trip. 600 baseball, it's not the worst, but we definitely want to try to take this series before moving on to Oakland. So, like I said, 8:40, Baltimore Orioles, San Diego Padres, Dean Kramer, Blake Snell. We'll see if we can get the rubber match, and we'll catch you on the next one, Birdland.